They have furnished their homes and fed their families for free. Two moms found a way to survive during hard times by digging through dumpsters. They were shocked at all the perfectly good things ending up at the trash, some of it donations intended to help others. 9 Wants to Know has been looking into this, and Will Ripley joins us from outside of our studios. And Will, we are in fact a throwaway society.
We sure are, and that's really going to hit home after you see this story, Mark. Two women called us at 9 Wants to Know, and they said, come along with us for a night. You're not going to believe the things that we find. We go dumpster diving, especially behind some local thrift stores. We said, okay, we'll take you up on the offer, and this is just a fraction of what we found over a 3-week period. This is a laptop computer, 2 bicycles, countless books, a skateboard, a barbecue grill, kids' shoes, and kids' clothing. All of this tossed in the trash. Some of it still has the tags on it. These women say it is a ridiculous waste.
We've got a method here.
10 o'clock on a Sunday night.
I can't lift it. It's too heavy.
When most of us are at home.
Oh, there's some more.
You'll find Felicity Sjostrom and Kera Niehuf
And it's kind of smelly.
in one of these.
All the clothes that we're both wearing came out of
Closets full of brand new clothing.
probably 30 or 40 pairs of shoes.
Kitchen appliances, computers, most of their furniture.
This beautiful table and chair set, we Googled it. It's worth $600.
Bicycles, baseball helmets, even a snowblower.
We found it in a dumpster.
They also found this deep freezer
Just loaves and loaves of bread.
and all the food inside.
Yep, we found that in a trash can.
You may wonder why these women decided to go dumpster diving in the first place.
Well, hello. We're poor.
Money is tighter than ever.
Between the two of us, we have 10 kids. We have to keep everybody fed.
So they decided to seek out
We have to do what we have to do.
what everyone else throws away.
And it's just tossed in the trash.
When their husbands are home and the kids are asleep,
We jump in the car and go.
they drive to about a dozen dumpsters around Aurora.
We're excited.
You could say it's become their obsession,
It's sometimes very repulsive.
but it's also profitable. What they can't use, they either give away or sell.
I found some suitcases that I sold for $30. We sold the shed for $275.
The profits after just 2 weeks,
$2,000. That's going to get us school supplies for our kids.
the money's also helping her family survive.
I'm going to try super hard not to cry.
Niehuf's 11-year-old son, Austin, has Goldenhar syndrome. He was born mostly deaf and his face deformed.
It's not fair that he has to go through the stuff he does.
Massive medical bills left the family more than $100,000 in debt,
It is not easy.
which is part of the reason why she's here. On the night we tagged along, they noticed some of their own stuff,
We donated this.
items they just dropped off at a thrift store,
Here's a whole bag of clothes.
unopened and thrown away.
And that's the part that really bothers me.
We watched for 20 minutes
I knew I should have grabbed it.
as they unloaded the dumpster
Come on, lady.
and loaded up their Suburban
And there we go.
before moving on to the next stop.
Yes.
We followed them to a dumpster behind a bakery.
Kind of repulsive how much food is in here.
A lot of it not even expired yet,
Here's some more
but their freezer is full,
of what could feed us for the next few months.
so they leave most of it behind.
It's disgusting. I mean, there's people right down the street that are begging for food.
Sjostrom knows what it's like to be hungry.
My second daughter, she was born when we lived in a homeless shelter.
She also knows what they're doing is legal in Colorado. Just ask the police officer patrolling this parking lot.
There's a lot of people that dumpster dive.
So why have they decided to tell everyone else their secret?
I feel so guilty leaving stuff here.
Because they say there's way too much perfectly good stuff ending up in dumpsters.
Just because you may think it's trash, somebody else could possibly use it. There are so many people that need stuff. People are wasteful, and why not save the things that are wasted?
And all that video you just saw was from our first night tagging along with these two women. You're not going to believe what happened when we went along again, what we found, and then what the businesses said when we went and asked them why they're throwing all of this away. That, plus whether it's actually legal for people to go through your trash at home tomorrow night on 9 News at 10. Mark?
Mothers fight for their kids and they fight for their families, but that's the most remarkable example of that I've ever seen.
To literally fill a house and, you know, the kitchen with appliances and have food in the fridge all from a dumpster, it really makes you think.
Yeah, quite the story. All right, Will Ripley reporting. Thank you, Will.
We are a society that loves to throw things away, but two women in Aurora say much of what's considered trash could be good use.
That's right, and to prove their point, they took us along as they dove through dumpsters, finding clothing and furniture and even food. Tonight, 9 Wants to Know goes dumpster diving again. Will Ripley asks businesses why so much perfectly good stuff ends up in the trash.
It looks like a yard sale out here, but can you believe all of these items were pulled out of dumpsters around Aurora? Last night we tagged along with two moms who spend most of their free time looking for this stuff. Tonight we'll show you what happened when we went back again and then asked the businesses why they're throwing all this away. Digging through dumpsters.
This is very, very, very wobbly.
Can be a dangerous job. But Felicity Sjostrom and Kera Niehuf do this.
Oh, God.
Because they don't have much of a choice.
We've always been poor. We've always gone to secondhand stores for all their school clothes, everything.
They visit about a dozen dumpsters a week.
There's a lot of stuff in here.
And are sometimes shocked.
Because you never know what you're going to find.
Even disgusted by the things people just throw away.
Perfectly good dressers and cabinets and chairs and love seats.
In just a few months, they found enough furniture to fill their homes.
Oh, I found a bed for my kids.
The rest of the stuff they either sell or give away.
We helped furnish a 15-year-old girl's entire bedroom.
Their kitchen appliances, their bicycles, even the barbecue grill in their backyard.
Our snowblower.
Yeah, we found a snowblower.
Everything came from a dumpster.
We have found everything you can possibly imagine.
Colorado law says they're allowed to dumpster dive.
We've been able to clothe our entire family.
Because all this is considered abandoned property.
It's fine. It's not illegal.
Unless there's a no trespassing sign. The contents of a dumpster and even your trash at home is fair game.
Here's one of them. Watch out!
But as much as they benefit,
Want some skis?
already making several $1,000s selling what they find,
Oh, hey, here's some more skis.
Sjostrom and Niehuf think all this waste is wrong.
Well, instead of throwing it away, find someone who could use it.
This dumpster, full of furniture, clothing, and books, is behind the Savers thrift store in Aurora.
We donated this. We donated it, and that's the part that really bothers me.
We spoke with Supervisor Jamie Pacheco, who says only broken furniture is supposed to go in the dumpster.
Well, we recycle 100% of our clothing. We recycle all of our books.
He says anything they can't sell goes to third world countries. There was clothing and there were books in the dumpster, so what would be
If there was
yours?
clothing and books in the dumpster, it was somebody that came by and just threw them over the top into the dumpster.
But these books we found in the dumpster still have store price tags. So there's no one from the store that would physically throw clothes in?
Absolutely no one.
Niehuf and Sjostrom also took us to a dumpster behind the bakery outlet in Aurora,
The whole thing is full.
overflowing with food.
These are expensive loaves of bread.
The label shows some of it won't expire for a week.
I mean, there's people right down the street that are begging for food.
A spokesman for Bimbo Bakeries USA says their company donates to food banks throughout the United States on a regular basis. Products are placed in the outside container if they're damaged, out of code, or were not picked up by the food bank. The company says no consumer should ever use a product that's been discarded by the manufacturer.
People are starting to lock up their dumpsters now.
Niehuf and Sjostrom say some of the businesses we visited have now asked security to keep them out.
I don't get that. I don't understand why.
But they know more stores out there are throwing away perfectly good stuff.
Really, it still has the tag on it?
And they'll keep looking for it.
Honestly, it's more of a thrill of the hunt.
Most of this is about businesses throwing things away, but when you add in households, a University of Arizona study found a staggering 40 to 50% of all edible food in the U.S. never gets eaten. The average family of four throws out almost $600 in food every year. The study says each year, $43 billion worth of edible food is thrown away. Something for all of us to think about before you just toss things in the trash. Will Ripley, 9 News.
We checked with some food manufacturers who reminded us that using food someone else has thrown away can be dangerous. Even if it isn't expired, food might appear to be okay but could have been thrown out for another reason that isn't obvious just by looking at it. Story boggles the mind.
Yes, it sure makes you think about what you may not need, someone else really might.
Yeah, it's remarkable to me that the dumpsters are full and there's people just down the street with, the signs looking for a handout.
Yeah,
That's
incredible.
Breaks your heart.